It may have been a chilly day in London on Tuesday, but the heat was certainly up in Notting Hill as Virgin Racing made its first official team presentation at the Louise Bluin Foundation building. At the team, formerly known as Manor GP, ex-Toyota pilot Timo Glock was confirmed as a Virgin driver just under a month ago. Although in the British capital on Tuesday, we learned that Lucas di Grassi will be his teammate in 2010. Brazilian Lucas spent the 2005 season with Manor, finishing third in the final standings of the F3 Euro Series. He's since finished in the top three of the last three GP2 championships and will be making his Formula 1 debut after spending time with Renault since 2004. For John Booth, Formula 1's high running costs in the past prevented a move to the sport, but it's a dream come true for the Sheffield man who formed Manor Motorsport back in 1990.
Well, back in Zandvoort it was very much the start of the plans. Just as you know, the entry was just being announced that lunchtime, and that's when the real serious planning started from there.
How difficult was it to get to this point?
A lot of work. It's to build a team of people that we have managed to build over 6 months is incredible. We have some wonderful, talented people working for us now. It's been a lot of work, but not particularly difficult.
Obviously, you have Sir Rirchard Branson on board. What's going to be his involvement in the team?
Well, he's obviously a figurehead for our commercial side. I mean, Sir Richard is known around the world, one of the most recognisable faces in the media, and it's got to be a great advantage for any team to have him as a partner.
And of course, Nick Worth. Very happy to have him on board, I guess.
Yes, the genius Nick Worth. You couldn't ask for anybody better.
He sold records, flight tickets, taken balloons around the world, hosted his own reality TV programme and launched the first ever service for members of the general public to make trips into space. There's seemingly no stopping Rirchard Branson, with making it to the top in Formula 1 being his next target.
Very good. How does this compare to flying into space and flying around the world?
Well, there are a lot of similarities. I mean, if you're trying to build a spaceship company, you go and look for the best engineer. I mean, Sir Rirchard, and you work with him in trying to build the first spaceship company. If you're trying to build a Formula 1 company, you look for the best engineer. In this case, Nick Worth, and you invest in him and get him to build a fantastic team around him, and put your brand to it. Make sure you get some good drivers to drive the cars, and hopefully it'll be the start of a team that one day will do extremely well in Formula 1.
Okay. How does the Virgin brand will help Virgin Racing?
I think the Virgin brand helps, hopefully helps Formula 1 generally, because you've lost some good brands, and it's, I think, good to start attracting brands like Virgin to Formula 1. Virgin is a sort of cutting-edge brand. I think we can bring a lot of sponsors into the sport that are not in the sport at the moment. We can bring some fun to the sport. We started off as in the music business, so we know a lot about music, so a little bit of rock and roll. Why not?
Last year you had quite the year with Braun GP. What made you decide to leave that team?
Well, when Braun came to us 13 months ago, they were almost bankrupt. They needed a little bit of money to get to Australia to make the first race. They were very much the underdog team. We were happy to help them. They ended up not only winning the Australian race, but winning the whole season. Jenson Button coming first and Barrichello second. And they were certainly no longer the underdog team. And what we love doing is supporting new underdog teams, building them from scratch, and that's what we're doing with the Virgin Racing team.